Okay, with pregnancy testing, we've talked about the 3 ways to determine pregnancy in cattle. The 3rd way is called the BioPRYN. It stands for pregnant ruminant yes or no. It's essentially a test that will tell you whether the cow is either pregnant or open. The way this test works is it's based on a protein secreted by the embryonic, the placental membranes, really, of the embryonic trophoblast. This is detectable in the cow at about day 30 post-conception. This protein enters the maternal blood from the blood from her caruncles, which we looked at in a previous segment on the inside wall of that uterus. That protein enters her blood. We can bleed these animals either jugularly, or it's much simpler, as we saw, or that we will see, to probably take a tail sample, and we'll demonstrate that later. The way this test works is essentially you collect blood from the animal, you package it up. They've got a website, biotracking.com. You can go there and get instructions on how to bleed and how to package those samples. They don't necessarily need to be refrigerated or anything like that, just room temperature. Follow the instructions on packaging those samples. Mark those test tubes according to the instructions. We'll mail those in, and within about 27 hours of receipt at the laboratory, you will be notified of the results with either a fax or an email or something like that. You then have to go back in and sort out the cows that are either pregnant or open. The main thing to know about this test is that while it can be done 30 days post-breeding in a multiparous animal or an animal that's had at least 1 calf, that there's going to be residual PSPB, which is the pregnancy-specific protein B. She will have residual PSPB in her blood for up to 90 days post-calving. That stuff has to clear out of her system in order to be able to test for the new pregnancy. So these cows behind us are a perfect example. We know that we have breeding dates on these cows. We know when and calving dates. We know when these cows calved, and these calves are all at least 3.5 months to 4 months of age. So if we wanted to, we could go in and pull blood on these cows. If you think of a beef production situation, something like a 90-day calving season works very well. We have a 90-day breeding season followed by a 90-day calving season. If we were to test cows at the end of calving, that would mean that the last cow in the herd would be 90 days post-breeding. So that works in a situation like that. With more extending calving seasons, you probably need to have calving records and things like that. With first calf heifers, of course, they've never had a calf before. So if we're looking at them at their first breeding, we actually can get into first calf heifers 30 days from the first service date. If we knew that to be natural service, we would record that, or particularly in an AI program, this can be useful for first calf or for first breeding on virgin heifers. Another advantage of using this PSPB test is that let's say we bred heifers on March 1st, AI. We would wait till March 16th to turn in the cleanup bulls. We would then go out to, say, March 30th, March 31st, and pull blood. From AI, those cows that conceived to AI would be 30 days. If they were pregnant, they would show up at 30 days, and that would reflect an AI conception. If they were pregnant anywhere from 1 to 15 days by the cleanup bull, that would show up as a negative test. And then we would simply get those heifers in later on and retest them with whatever method we wanted to. So that's a nice way to be able to determine AI conception. To kind of summarize this, we do have an extension publication determining pregnancy in cattle that outlines all 3 of these procedures, as well as some of the other factors that go into reproductive management in cows. Again, you can go to the Texas A&M AgriLife bookstore and simply go to the livestock section. The number on this publication is B1077, and it again summarizes and outlines this.